Now that we've built our first screen, we're going to go ahead and connect our Airtable to our app in Draftbit. So to do this, we've created a starter base for you called the Notesbit starter base. I'll link this below the video so you can copy it for yourself. And so you'll click this copy base button over here, and it'll save a copy to your personal workspace. And we'll go into the base, and you'll see it's super simple, only 2 columns, one for your note title and another for your note description. So to access the API, we're going to click this help button in the top right corner. We'll then go down to the API documentation button and open a new tab. And then we're going to go to the authentication tab right over here. And then we're going to go to this right-hand side and click this show API key checkbox right here. And so you'll see your API key appear here. I'm leaving this exposed for example purposes, but make sure that you don't share this with anyone, or else it'll give someone access to your entire base. So first off, we're going to save the authorization key to Draftbit. And so I'm just going to copy this portion right here where it says bearer, and then it has the key. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to the builder, and then I'm going to go ahead and click this settings button right here. Go to the global variables tab. I'm just going to name this one Airtable. And then I'm going to paste that key in the value tab. I'm going to click this add button. And then I'm going to go ahead and save right there. Next, we'll actually pull the API into Draftbit itself. So we're going to click this data tab right here. And then we're going to want to add a new REST API. So we'll click this button. And then we'll just name this Notesbit. And so for this base URL over here, we're going to go back to our API documentation, and we're just going to grab this first portion of the URL right here, leaving out the /notes. I'm going to copy that. Going to go back to Draftbit. I'm going to paste this here. And then I'm going to go to this header section down here. I'm going to type authorization under the key. And then I'm going to select this Airtable global variable from the dropdown. And now we can save our API. And now we'll have the option to create a new endpoint. So here's where we're going to actually add the notes base into Draftbit. So I'm just going to call this endpoint notes. I'm going to say get, because we will be posting later when we configure this data submission. And so for the add path and params, I'm just going to add notes after the slash, and you'll see it populate in this endpoint up here. And then you'll click the test button. And so as you can see, our test response came through. So we have the values from our Airtable base. So now that everything's set, we can just save this and we're all set. And then done. And you're all done adding your base to your app in Draftbit.